This episode of Two Wheel Thunder is underwritten by
Bikers Church, Erlanger, Kentucky. Join us at our new location at Christ Chapel, 3819 Turfway Road, Sunday evenings, 6 p.m. USA Choppers, Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Home of the USA Bad Boy, USA Super Bad Boy. Al Abrams Construction Services. General contractor, project supervision, new construction and remodeling. 30-plus years personal experience. Train, MRO Incorporated, a 501c3 membership-run organization, educating the public on how to share the road with motorcycles. If you need any information about a product or segment on our show, email us at twowheelthunder@hotmail.com.
As everybody knows, we all want to make our bikes unique and custom. Here at Two Wheel Thunder, we found a product that I think is going to do just that. The folks at Exotx Motorcycle Parts have come up with a unique air cleaning system. I'm going to install that on this 2003 Sportster. While I'm doing that, let's talk with Mark and get an insight into the company and a little bit more about their product.
Well, it's Exotx American Motorcycle Parts. We've basically been building custom intakes for years, and we started to look into producing an intake that we could run in production and would appeal to, a more general, wide open public.
You just didn't jump in the motorcycle industry to start making stuff. You've been making other items for many years now.
Yeah, we've been making some custom parts and some production parts for quad runners and four-wheelers. It's just kind of evolved into this because some of the guys that came to us asking for the custom intakes that we built, and then we started looking at what we needed in order to do that. The filtration end of it, which usually went away when you built a custom intake. We've addressed that issue, and we've also built a pretty good line of some unique parts.
Now, this is kind of a family affair. You have help here. Who's this?
Tim is kind of my marketing director.
Yeah.
I actually sent him to school for that, so he came home with a 4-year degree, and we're hopefully going to make that happen.
Yeah. So, Tim, tell us what you do at the company and give us a little background on this stuff.
Well, right now at the company, I mean, most of what you see is Dad here, just machining away, designing. His mind does not stop when it comes to design. Kind of gets me going sometimes. But I saw what he was doing. I couldn't resist. Finally, he was doing something fun and interesting. He was away from the medical industry and gas chromatographs and crazy stuff that my mind just doesn't figure out, work on. That's just a level I just don't think about.
Yeah.
Where do you, when you guys start your process, I'll let you explain this to us. Where do you start? It's computer done. It's CNC machine. So how is that done?
Yeah, we generate it on a CAD screen. Basically, sometimes we'll work off of a bar napkin, like I said. Anybody that has a crazy idea for an intake, we've basically talked to them. Most of the guys that are building custom intakes are building a high-end custom bike, and they'll work with us. We'll tell them what we can do for them. Most of the time, they've got a wild idea, and then they'll ask us if we can do it, and most of the time it's yes. We get into the CAD screen, we start to draw what they're looking at, give them an idea of what we're going to end up with, and then we generate the machine code to run our CNC machine and produce exactly what they need.
Now, you guys, these are tested. This is not just something you threw together and, hey, let's hope it works. You've tested this with the airflows, correct?
Yeah, definitely. We use something called laminar airflow technology to design the actual airflow itself. And we've worked with a guy at JYC Customs. He does all of our dyno testing and helps us move forward with the project. So it's a situation where he puts it on a dyno. I'll take another crazy idea to him. We'll put it on there and see what it does, and then we'll tweak it from there. We'll make all kinds of adjustments. And we've really done a good job on introducing this torque screen filter that allows people to build a custom intake that won't normally accept any kind of filtration system. Anything as large as, like what you see on most of the bikes is like an S&S, big chrome dome looking air intake, which we really wanted to get away from. but at the same time, we've also introduced the filtration from a safety standpoint to keep anything from getting into your carburetor or fuel injection.
One of the elements of your system also has to do with safety and airflow. We want to talk about this part in particular now. Tell us about what this is and what it does.
Okay, this torque screen is actually designed for a lot of the custom builders that we build a custom intake for have no room for filtration. They've built some kind of way out, wacky looking thing that looks sharp as hell, but it's not going to do the job filtration wise. You can install one of these right on the carburetor before you install whatever mechanical air intake you've produced, or one of ours, and it gives you the safety, allows for the positive airflow. It gives you a great spiral configuration to your airflow, and a lot of people say that installed on a velocity stack, in a velocity stack situation, it actually smooths out the flutter that a lot of people get with a velocity stack, and also it keeps any of the large contaminations from entering your motor. A lot of guys with a stock air cleaner, if they don't put Loctite on the 3 bolts that hold that on, one of those inevitably will get sucked into the motor. This is protects from that happening. I know the Harley guys don't like to hear this, but we're actually looking at the metric stuff also. So just from a number standpoint, there's a lot of people out there buying metric, and so we're going to address that also.
At this time, we'd like to thank everyone for watching this episode of Two Wheel Thunder. If you have any comments about this show or a suggestion for any future show, email us at twowheelthunder@hotmail.com. The preceding program was funded in part by